It's finally happening. Bryan Mbeumo is coming home to Old Trafford. Imagine waiting months for your dream signing, watching bid after bid get rejected, and then suddenly everything clicks into place. That's exactly what Manchester United fans are experiencing right now as Bryan Mbeumo's move to Old Trafford becomes reality. After 3 failed attempts and weeks of negotiations, the Red Devils have finally got their man. Welcome back to United News, your trusted source for all things Manchester United. Today we're breaking down the biggest transfer story of the summer so far, Bryan Mbeumo's £70 million move from Brentford to United. From the medical details to what this means for Ruben Amorim's plans, we've got everything covered. So grab your favorite seat and let's dive into why this signing could be the game-changer United have been desperately seeking. The long chase finally ends. Bryan Mbeumo wasn't an overnight target for Manchester United. The Cameroon international has been on the club's radar for months, with scouts regularly watching him tear apart Premier League defenses week after week. But wanting a player and actually signing him are two very different things. Brentford knew they had a special talent on their hands. Mbeumo had become their star player, the one who could change games with a moment of brilliance. So when United came calling, the Bees weren't going to make it easy. The first bid was rejected quickly. Not even close, Brentford said. The second attempt got a bit more attention but still wasn't enough. By the time the third bid arrived, many fans were starting to wonder if this deal would ever happen. But persistence pays off in football transfers. United kept pushing, kept negotiating, and finally found the magic number that would convince Brentford to let their prized asset go. So what changed? How did United finally get this deal over the line? Breaking down the numbers. Let's talk about the money because that's what ultimately made this transfer possible. United have agreed to pay Brentford a total of £70 million for Bryan Mbeumo. But it's not quite as simple as writing one big check. The deal is structured as £65 million up front with another £5 million in add-ons. This kind of structure is common in modern football transfers. It gives the selling club most of their money immediately while providing extra payments if certain targets are met. What kind of add-ons might be included? Usually things like appearance targets, goal tallies, or team achievements like qualifying for the Champions League. We don't know the exact details of Mbeumo's add-ons, but they're likely designed to reward success both for the player and the team. From Brentford's perspective, £70 million represents incredible business. They bought Mbeumo for much less and have now turned him into one of the most expensive sales in their history. For United, the question is whether he'll be worth every penny. The medical marathon. With the fee agreed, the next step is the medical examination. This might sound simple, but modern football medicals are incredibly thorough. Players undergo heart tests, muscle assessments, injury evaluations, and fitness measurements that can take hours to complete. The medical is scheduled for this weekend, which shows how quickly United want to get this deal finished. There's a good reason for the rush. Preseason is already underway, and Ruben Amorim wants his new signing integrated into the squad as quickly as possible. What happens if something goes wrong with the medical? It's rare, but deals have fallen through at this stage before. Players have been discovered to have underlying health issues or injury problems that weren't previously known. However, given that Mbeumo has been playing regularly for Brentford without any major fitness concerns, this is unlikely to be an issue. Assuming everything goes smoothly, United could have their new signing officially announced within days. The timing couldn't be better with the new season approaching fast. Why Mbeumo makes sense for United. So why did United want Bryan Mbeumo so badly? What is it about this player that made them pursue him for months and eventually pay £70 million? The answer starts with his goal record. Mbeumo has been one of the most consistent scorers in the Premier League over the past few seasons. He's not just someone who scores a few goals here and there. He's a reliable source of attacking threat who can find the net in different ways. But it's not just about goals. Mbeumo is incredibly versatile, able to play across the front line. This flexibility is perfect for Ruben Amorim's tactical system, which often requires players to move between different positions during games. His pace is another major asset. The Premier League is getting faster every season, and having players who can stretch defenses with their speed is crucial. Mbeumo has shown time and again that he can beat defenders in foot races and create chances through his acceleration. Perhaps most importantly, Mbeumo already knows the Premier League inside and out. There's no adaptation period needed, no wondering if he can handle the physicality or pace of English football. He's already proven himself at this level. How he fits into Amorim's system. Understanding where Bryan Mbeumo fits into Ruben Amorim's tactical plans is key to predicting his success at United. The Portuguese manager likes to use flexible front lines where players can interchange positions and create problems for opposing defenses. In Amorim's preferred 3-4-2-1 formation, Mbeumo could play in several positions. He might start as one of the two attacking midfielders behind the striker, using his pace and dribbling to create chances for others. Alternatively, he could play as the lone striker when the team needs a more mobile focal point. His work rate off the ball will also be important. Amorim's system requires every player to contribute defensively, and Mbeumo has shown at Brentford that he's willing to track back and help out his teammates when they don't have possession. The key will be how quickly he can build understanding with his new teammates. Chemistry between attacking players doesn't develop overnight, but Mbeumo's intelligence and experience should help speed up this process. What this means for other players. Every big signing has implications for the rest of the squad. With Mbeumo arriving, what does this mean for United's other attacking players? The competition for places is about to get much more intense. Players who might have felt secure in their starting positions will now need to prove themselves all over again. This kind of healthy competition usually benefits the team overall. Some players might see Mbeumo's arrival as an opportunity to learn from an experienced Premier League performer. Young attackers at United could benefit from training alongside someone who has consistently delivered at the highest level. However, there might also be players who see their game time reduced. Squad management will be crucial for Amorim as he tries to keep everyone happy while fielding his strongest possible team. The good news is that modern football requires large squads. With so many games to play across different competitions, there should be opportunities for multiple attacking players to contribute throughout the season. The fan perspective. Manchester United fans have been crying out for attacking reinforcements, and Mbeumo's arrival should address many of their concerns. Social media has been buzzing with excitement since the news of the agreed deal broke. Many supporters are particularly pleased that United have signed a proven Premier League performer rather than taking a gamble on an unknown quantity from abroad. While there's nothing wrong with signing players from other leagues, there's something reassuring about getting someone who has already shown they can deliver in English football. The price tag will inevitably lead to debates about value for money. £70 million is a lot of money, even in today's inflated transfer market. Fans will expect immediate returns on this investment. But there's also recognition that United needed to pay premium prices to get premium players. Mbeumo was never going to be a bargain signing given his proven track record and the fact that Brentford didn't want to sell. Brentford's perspective. While United fans are celebrating, spare a thought for Brentford supporters who are losing their star player. Mbeumo has been crucial to their success in the Premier League, and replacing him won't be easy. However, Brentford's business model has always been based on developing players and selling them for significant profits when the time is right. The £70 million they're receiving from Mbeumo will allow them to reinvest in multiple new signings. Thomas Frank, Brentford's manager, has publicly stated that he understands why players like Mbeumo want to move to bigger clubs. It's part of football's natural progression, even if it's painful for the clubs losing these talents. The challenge for Brentford now will be using this money wisely to strengthen their squad and maintain their Premier League status without their star forward. The timeline pressure. Time is of the essence with this transfer. United's pre-season tour is approaching, and Amorim will be eager to have Mbeumo available for these important preparation games. Pre-season tours serve multiple purposes. They help players build fitness, develop tactical understanding, and create team chemistry. Having Mbeumo available for these matches could be crucial for his integration into the squad. There's also the commercial aspect to consider. Big-name signings often generate extra interest in pre-season tours, with fans eager to see their new heroes in action for the first time. The medical this weekend is therefore crucial. Any delays could impact Mbeumo's availability for the early pre-season matches and potentially affect his preparation for the new season. Contract details and future planning. The contract terms reveal United's long-term thinking. A 5-year deal with an option for an additional season shows the club believes Mbeumo can be a key player for years to come. At 25 years old, Mbeumo is entering his prime years as a footballer. He's experienced enough to make an immediate impact but young enough to potentially improve even further. This represents the ideal age profile for a major signing. The option for an additional year is clever business from United's perspective. It gives them flexibility to extend his stay if he performs well while protecting their investment if he struggles to adapt. From Mbeumo's viewpoint, the contract length provides security and shows United's commitment to building their team around players like him. Impact on transfer strategy. Mbeumo's signing is likely just the beginning of United's summer spending. With attacking reinforcements secured, Amorim can now focus on other areas that need strengthening. The midfield and defense are still areas where United could use additional quality. Having sorted out one major position, the club can now turn their attention to these other priorities. However, financial fair play regulations mean United can't spend unlimited amounts. Every major purchase like Mbeumo reduces the budget available for other signings. Strategic planning will be essential to ensure the squad is balanced. The success or failure of the Mbeumo signing could also influence United's approach to future transfers. If he hits the ground running, it might encourage them to continue targeting proven Premier League performers rather than taking risks on unknown quantities. Expectations and pressure. With a £70 million price tag comes enormous expectation. United fans will expect Mbeumo to make an immediate impact and justify his hefty transfer fee through goals and performances. The pressure can be particularly intense for attacking players, whose contributions are often measured in statistics like goals and assists. Every game without a goal contribution can lead to questions about value for money. However, Mbeumo has experience dealing with pressure. Playing for Brentford in the Premier League required mental strength and resilience. He's shown he can perform when expectations are high. The key will be managing these expectations sensibly. While fans naturally want immediate success, building chemistry with new teammates and adapting to different tactical systems takes time. The bigger picture. Mbeumo's signing represents more than just adding another player to the squad. It signals United's ambition and their determination to compete at the highest level again. For too long, United have been seen as a club in transition, unable to attract the biggest names or compete for the most coveted signatures. Landing a player like Mbeumo, who had other options, shows progress is being made. Ruben Amorim is clearly being backed by the club's hierarchy. Having the financial support to make signings like this gives him the tools needed to implement his tactical vision effectively. The ripple effects of this signing could extend beyond just what happens on the pitch. Success breeds success, and if Mbeumo helps United achieve their goals, it could make future transfer targets more likely to consider Old Trafford. What comes next? With Mbeumo's medical scheduled for this weekend, the next few days will be crucial. Assuming everything goes smoothly, United fans could have their new signing officially announced very soon. The real excitement will begin when he pulls on the United shirt for the first time. Whether that's in a preseason friendly or a competitive match, it will be a moment that fans have been eagerly anticipating. Integration into the squad will be the next challenge. Building relationships with teammates, understanding tactical instructions, and adapting to new surroundings all take time and patience. But if everything goes according to plan, United could have secured one of the signings of the summer. The potential is certainly there for Mbeumo to become a fan favorite at Old Trafford. Final thoughts. A statement of intent. Bryan Mbeumo's arrival at Manchester United represents more than just another transfer. It's a statement of intent from a club determined to return to the top of English football. The £70 million investment shows United are willing to spend big money on proven quality. After years of mixed success in the transfer market, this feels like a signing made with clear purpose and planning. For Mbeumo, it's the opportunity of a lifetime. Moving to a club of United's stature brings pressure, but it also brings the chance to achieve things that wouldn't be possible at smaller clubs. The medical this weekend will hopefully be a formality, clearing the way for an official announcement that will send United fans into celebration mode. After a long chase, their patience is finally being rewarded. What do you think about this signing? Is £70 million good value for a proven Premier League performer like Mbeumo? How quickly do you think he'll adapt to life at United? Share your thoughts with the United news community and let us know what you expect from our newest signing. The summer transfer window is far from over, but United have already made a statement with this move. If Mbeumo can deliver on his potential, it could be the signing that kickstarts a successful new era at Old Trafford.